That's Kelly Armstrong, and earlier he told us about the difference here in the PBR.
You know, here, the best guy wins. You know, at a rodeo, I mean, bulls are big and hard to ride and sorry, really. You know, you can get bucked off a bull that if you did stay on, you could get a 60. You know, whereas here, I mean, you can get an 85 with an option of a re-ride. So it's definitely the tie goes to the runner here in the PBR.
And that's what the sport is about, you know, great bulls and great rides. You know, when I wasn't winning a lot of times, you know, back in my rodeo days, simply because I was getting on bulls, it just wasn't any good.
He is on Mossy Oak Mudslinger. He won the first round Friday night, and he may become the first bull rider to ride him this year.
That's the first time that bull's been ridden all year, and, you know, everybody was talking about him as a possible bull of the year candidate. You know, certainly getting rode isn't going to hurt him, but, you know, Little Yellow Jacket been ridden twice. Now Mossy Oak's been ridden once.
Oh, it's a big one. 94 points for the Canadian from Big Valley, Alberta.
Mossy Oak Mudslinger, that's just an outstanding bull ride. It does not get any better. See Kelly, you see his spurs and his feet aren't even barely making contact, but the key is he keeps getting them down and he keeps shuffling them. Real aggressive with his lower body, aggressive with his upper body, using his free hand, pumping over the top of his head. That's a great bull ride.
That's a great smile. Now to one happy Canadian cowboy, Kelly Armstrong. Michelle, I know he's excited.
All right, Kelly, the most modest guy in the PBR. Did you know that was Mudslinger?
Well, yeah, I knew it was Mudslinger, and I don't know, I didn't know I was going to stay on, but every time you know it, you just got to try your guts out, and once in a while it works, and it did there.
Did you even get a glimpse of the clock? You saw 7 seconds and thought, oh my gosh, I'm about to do this?
No, I had my eyes closed. I wasn't watching where I was driving or nothing. I was just hoping I stayed on.
Well, congratulations. Great ride. Thank you, Justin.
That's Kelly Armstrong of Big Valley, Alberta. He's on a bull called Freak of Nature. This is a Sonny Williams bull out of Maryland. Around to the right, and this Canadian cowboy is right in the middle. Jumps out of it, goes to the left, and he's ready for him, Tough. He was ready for him to change directions.
You know, Kelly Armstrong's a guy that, you know, has been around for a few years, and the look on his face says it all. He made a good ride last night, 82. Didn't place in the go-round, but he's going to get a good score right here.
Yep, big numbers, 88 points.
And Freak of Nature is a bull that he's never seen before, but he takes one jump, turns back right in great position. Notice how the bull moves, he moves. It's just a reaction. Bull reverses a spin, good counter move, gets off a little bit to the inside the spin, but he gets right back to the center. That's a good bull ride by Kelly Armstrong.
Well, he's ridden 2 bulls here in Baltimore, so he's heading to the championship round.
It's a great bull ride. Nice job.
Really nice. We'll catch you up in a moment. That's Kelly Armstrong. He was awarded a re-ride because he didn't nod earlier on our show. Kelly Armstrong not wearing chaps because kind of ripped off on that first bull out tonight.
Yeah, and this is a bull that they just don't ride very often. Around to the right, that bull's real smart. Just reverse it, keeps changing directions, and Kelly makes an outstanding bull ride right there.
We have a lot of catching up to do. Cody Hart, 91.5, takes the lead. Pumped up, and Owen actually kind of semi-retired last year. Watched this finals a year ago, and that pumped him up to come back.
Yeah, you know, took the year off, and you know, came back. You know, had a decent year, but you know, not by a world champion standard. He did.
This is Kelly Armstrong, the likable, articulate, good-natured cowboy from Big Valley, Alberta. Double trouble, though. You can't say those things about this bull.
I was just about to say that's about the opposite of what he's drawn, double trouble, but double trouble having probably the nicest day I've ever seen, just around to the right in the gate. Kelly Armstrong making a good bull ride, loose the bull rope, but I seen 8 seconds up on the monitor, and he's going to get a score.
Hey, a double bump bounce, but it doesn't matter. He's there for 8. And the great news, and to the surprise of Kelly and the 2 pros on each side of me, that double trouble might, in his later years, be evening out a little bit, not throwing all those tricks and curveballs.
Well, that just goes to show you anything can happen in Las Vegas. Troy Dunn last night, bull has, you know, complete opposite day to what he usually has, and Double Trouble does the same thing. That is not him. You know, that's Double Trouble in a different.
He's supposed to hop and skip 3 times before he turned back.
Yeah.
And then not stay in it.
Yeah, that's not the Double Trouble I know, but Kelly Armstrong, he said, I'm glad he had that kind of day.
I'll take him. Take him to the bank. 87 points, 87. We'll go to Kelly Armstrong, settling in on a bull called Chief from Andy Carey. Kelly Armstrong from Big Valley, Alberta. This guy's a rancher, not only a bull rider, but a bull producer. This guy raises a lot of top bulls, took bulls to the PBR finals. He's a stock contractor and needs an 80. 3.5 right now. I think the graphic may have been a point shy or two. Meantime, let's go to Kelly Armstrong, and he just needs to ride this bull, to put it in simple terms.
Well, and that's what all these guys need to do. You know, the scores are irrelevant to them because they can't do anything. They just got to make a great ride. This bull's pretty strong right here to the right.
Go on, Kelly, go on.
Kelly Armstrong, away from his hand, showing a lot of balance, and makes it to the whistle. Kelly Armstrong, whose best finish thus far in his 2-year PBR career was a 3rd place finish at Little Rock last year. Great bull from Andy Carey. They call him Chief, and Kelly Armstrong is the one that's beating his war drums tonight.
Well, he makes it 3 for 3, makes 3 really good bull rides. This is an outstanding bull ride. Away from his hand. See, Kelly rides pretty loose with his feet, lets go, makes good movements with his free arm, keeping him to the center, just reacting to each and every turn that Chief made. That's a nice bull ride right there.
Great ride. It's a 90-pointer for the 1998 Canadian champion. He is the new leader. Take a look at it one more time, folks. We are just getting started. Wind it up.
The firewater. He told us, I'm going to the left.
Well, you must be the bull whisperer.
Kelly Armstrong, Big Valley, Alberta. Last night had himself a 90-point ride. 90 point is the highest we've seen. No one has topped that mark this afternoon. And what's important for Kelly is that if he can get himself a win here, then go into the championship round, he could get very wealthy.
Well, he could, and he's like Ross Coleman. He loves to play, and he's a pretty good hockey player. Matter of fact, you know, when he gets done on the weekend on the PBR trail, it's a mad dash back to Canada because he has a Sunday night hockey game waiting for him every week.
Well, he told us that he played midget hockey, which everybody does, but then he got up Division I. Then he wanted to go to the NHL, and he decided one of 2 things. Do I get serious about hockey, or do I get serious about bull riding? Clearly, he chose the path of bull riding. I will.
Hey, Black, shake your case a little bit.
They're pulling the rope on the man who scored the highest scored ride last night. Kelly Armstrong was 90 points on his bull. Another great ride this afternoon, and Kelly Armstrong may well be the man who will walk out of the Jerome Davis Challenge with a championship buckle.
I love this guy. He's like Ross Coleman. He loves to have fun. Matter of fact, after the events on the weekend of the PBR, it's a mad dash back to Canada for a weekly Sunday night hockey game. He's serious. He's a serious hockey player.
Kelly Armstrong leads forward. The Canadian cowboy gets himself right where he wants to be in the center of the bull. Riding with a world of confidence. This afternoon, nobody's going to buck him off. Kelly Armstrong is not going to score in the high 80s or the low 90s, but is going to be in great position for the championship.
And Kelly Armstrong, that just shows you what one great ride can do for you. Last night he rode Coyote Ugly, a bull that's always in the championship round, makes a super ride, wins the go-round. This is a bull that very difficult to ride. Around to the right, away from his hand. Hockey Cat gives him all that he can muster, and he just gives it up after a couple of jumps. Kelly Armstrong grits it out, gives him a chance to make it 3 for 3 and win this event.
Kelly Armstrong, Big Valley, Alberta, moves up into the top 4 in the standings. He now is 177. Kelly Armstrong moves up on that leaderboard where he has no pain. Take a look at that leaderboard. J.W. Hart, Brent Vincent, Kelly Armstrong.
Kelly Armstrong from Big Valley, Alberta, Canada. This guy's riding 50% of his bulls, and he is on a bull that can put it in spin cycle. PTO from Butler & Sons Rodeo Company.
This is a good bull. He can turn back either direction. He came down last night. If he can score in the high, you know, he's going to have probably at least an 89 to give him a chance to come back on one bull. We haven't seen this bull yet, but talking to his owner, he said he's going to do it fast. It's going to be one jump either way.
Taking you down to Kelly Armstrong from Canada on PTO. It is a power takeoff and could be a good landing as well. Good combination. Kelly Armstrong, the Canadian, on the Oklahoma bull from Butler & Sons. PTO and Kelly Armstrong putting it together tonight.
It's a nice bull ride by Kelly. PTO takes a couple strong jumps right there, turns back to the right, kind of pulls him down. Kelly just sits up and makes a whistle. Looked like he's going to pull him over his shoulder. He never did allow it to happen. Hits a little bit hard, but making the whistle, getting a high score. He doesn't feel near as bad as he would have if he'd have got a 0.
Bad, funny guy. There's a smile. As the lead in this round, let's go to the Canadian Kelly Armstrong of Big Valley, Alberta. He's on a Bo Davis bull called Napalm.
Probably one of the nicest guys on tour. And Napalm just kind of walks out, turns back to the right, and he said, I'm going to be real easy on you, Kelly. We'll be right here to the right. Take your time. Problem with that, he just not going to buck hard enough to get a very high score.
How much fun is this guy to be around, Jerome? He's a hoot. That's what he is.
Kelly, you know, and he's a cowboy, too. I called him the other day. I said, what are you doing? Kelly said, it's 40 below up here. We're just out here hanging out feeding some cows. You know, this guy, you know, the other day a bull didn't buck. He said, well, let's run him in during the day, during the bull ride, and I'll get on him. We'll see if we can get him, you know, firing again. You know, this guy, he just has a lot of fun. Look at this score, Tough. What do you think?
86.
I'm not commenting. You're going to be over and good guy. He said thinking they're doing a great job. And then they say, boy, that's tough.
You know, the Canadians have invaded the PBR Tour. For many years, it was Glenn Keeley and B.J. Cramps, but now there are 5 strong with Kelly Armstrong leading the class from Canada.
Well, that's a good group of kids. You know something about them kids, they ranch you when they come down out of Canada. These guys are cowboys, and it shows when they get in the ring and ride.
Kelly Armstrong is a cowboy. Matter of fact, he not only rides bulls and rides horses, but he has a team of horses. He still hays with a team of horses in the summertime up there now. You talk about hit your wagon, hit your team, and do it the old-fashioned hard way. Kelly Armstrong's a tough guy out of Big Valley, Alberta.
Yeah, Mr. Nice Guy of the PBR. This is a good draw for him. Bull can turn back either way. He likes to ride, but we've seen him go to the left. Kelly Armstrong, kid that he used to come stay at my house when he was 13 years old and go to the open rodeos around my house with my wife when I was off rodeoing in the summer. But this is a good kid, puts out a lot of effort every time, and came down well, actually, he was 86.
All right, Kelly, this bull switch it up now. Go back the other way, but Kelly's handling pretty good right now. Kelly. All right.
Hey, this is his ticket to the championship round. Kelly's 2 for 2 this weekend. He does it here tonight in round 2 on Red Eyed Fever from Salt River Rodeo Company. So the quiet, shy, unassuming Kelly Armstrong.
This is a good bull ride. Watch how this bull, he hits himself right there on the chute, but Kelly just keeps his composure away from his hand. That's an outstanding bull ride right there.
He did. He rode that bull, kick loose every corner. A lot of guys will tighten up, but not Kelly. It even got off good, right on his feet. What more could you ask for?
87.5, and obviously I was being facetious when I said he was quiet and shy, one of the most outgoing, charismatic guys in the PBR. More of all of that coming up when we come back.